All right. Hello, guys. It's Craig. It's a beautiful sunny day in late February. February 24th, actually. Shout out to John. Happy birthday, buddy. And here's a little update video tour of what's been growing on, as it were. Just got another pile of wood chips today from All About Trees in Mesa. They really cool. Got a whole bunch of wood chips. Really good stuff. I'm gonna have to spread this out soon. But we'll go ahead and start on this side of the yard. We got the two passion fruits. They are doing well. This is the blue passion flower and the Panama red passion fruit. They are going to eventually, hopefully, take over this entire chain link fence. It's about 30 feet long or so. And they're already starting to attach onto there. And looking pretty good. The blue passion flower is a little bit smaller, but he's already starting to attach himself on there as well. Those guys are doing good. This is the West Indies lilac. Doing very well. He was a little bit shocked, I think, from the transplant and such. You can see some of these leaves are a little splotchy, but he's putting off some new growth and looking pretty good. Camellia sinensis, I think this is a slow grower. This is the small leaf tea tree, but he's looking pretty decent. I'm gonna have to foliar feed all this stuff in the next couple days. Keep him healthy. Rainbow eucalyptus. He has some new growth on him too. I think if I can reach up here, these two leaves are new. That's in the last 2 weeks or so. All these trees were planted, in the last like 3 weeks. So I'm excited for that rainbow eucalyptus though. Here is the Indian thornless jujube. And you can see he has some new growth all over him. You can kind of see the little buds. He is pretty happy. So, seems to be growing a little bit slower than some of the other ones, but looking good. And then here I just planted this guy today. Got him from Jake Mace, actually, the vegan athlete. And he should be giving me some nice, delicious pitaya, is what they call the fruit off the Peruvian apple cactus, within a little bit. Now let's go over to the other side of the yard. So Barbados cherry, he lost all his leaves this winter. I planted him in late December, and he's put on all this new growth in the last week and a half, and he looks really good. All the leaves are really healthy. Every single stem, branch that lost its leaves has new growth on it. Just looks fantastic. Really cool. Got a bunch of moringa seeds in the ground. Hopefully those sprout. I'm gonna use them as kind of linebackers to protect these guys in the summer. But here is the loquat tree. It's a Christmas variety loquat. You can see all this new growth right here just coming up through. He's been doing really good. He set some flowers, which smelled really good. But he's not supposed to flower after Christmas. He's supposed to have fruit by Christmas. So none of these flowers actually set. But yeah, he's looking good, putting off new growth. And hopefully by next Christmas, I'll have a few loquats off this guy. Looks really nice. Then over to we did this 3-in-1 planting with 2 peach trees and a plum. This down here is the dwarf bonanza peach. And then up here is the desert gold peach and the beauty plum. I got all these from Greg Peterson's urban pop-up farm, and they were bare root trees, just basically sticks, 3 weeks ago, and they're putting off all kinds of healthy leaves, and they look really really happy in this hole. So I'm gonna keep them all small. They're kind of gonna grow together, won't get too big. Then we have these pomegranates here. This is an Eve pomegranate, and that is an Eversweet. They are looking great as well. These were sticks too about 2 weeks ago, and they're loving this hot weather we've had the last couple weeks in Arizona. And it just looks great. Great growth on these. And these are gonna eventually vine up like a pergola that'll be in the middle here. That'll kind of be an entrance into the yard. Now, here's a moringa tree that I cut down to 6 feet. You can see this guy, he went dormant actually. He lost his leaves, and he's just barely starting to bud out. Just barely. Whereas this one, which also was cut at 6 feet, maybe 6.5 feet, he never went dormant. So right after I cut him down, he started growing. You can see all that new growth is just in the last couple weeks. All these leaves are already coming out, and I'm gonna probably pick these off from the bottom maybe up to about here and try to encourage that top to canopy up to shade the yard in summer. Now this mango tree is a coconut cream mango, and let's see if I can get a good angle here. Look at that. All that is in the last, I don't know, 2 weeks or so. This was just a little nub on the top of this part right here, and it grew all this new growth. You got leaves and flower buds on it. It's pretty happy. Hopefully this just continues. There's a lot of side growth, so we're gonna get some branching off the side. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 around the top, which is kind of cool. And then there's even some under here. Where is that guy? Peeking out. There's a branch right in there. So we'll have some nice branching on him. So yeah, hopefully he continues doing well. Then we have here the pineapple guava, or feijoa. And there's new growth on every tip of there too. He's loving it. Looking good. And then here is the star fruit. All the ones so far I've shown you have been pretty much all of them are 3-gallon trees that I just planted. Now this one was a 7-gallon, so he has a significantly bigger trunk. Like, he's a little bit more established, because we really wanted star fruits this next season. And you can see he's a little bit slower to start. He's just barely starting to get new growth on him, but he has that new growth pretty much all over. He's looking pretty good. That's cool. Here is the fig tree. This was just a stick a couple weeks ago, and he's already got some massive leaves coming out. So I know figs, I think, are slower growers too, but he looks pretty happy. Sorry, I was interrupted, but as you can see, that's the fig. Then here is the white sapote, the Redlands white sapote from Seamus O'Leary. In fact, 99% of all these trees were from Seamus, just the blue passion flower wasn't. But look at all this new growth. This is all new in the last few weeks on the white sapote. He's looking great. Here is, this stick is a cutting from Jake Mace's big wide trunk moringa tree. This thing is awesome. I got this from Jake. It hopefully will take and shade this, all the coconut cream mango and the sapote, in the afternoon, and just kind of grow up and be awesome. And then here is the Shangri-La mulberry, and this was just a stick in December, and these leaves are massive. I mean, this is like palm-sized leaves here. And look, all these berries are on it. There's probably 20 or 30 of them all around on this thing. He is loving life. There's mulberries everywhere. So, you know, hopefully in a few weeks or so, I know mulberries go pretty quick, so I should be able to get some berries off that guy. See the nice moringa leaves there. And then the king, Mr. Aravaipa avocado. He's looking great. All this new growth. For some reason, the flies love sitting on him too. I'm not quite sure what that's about, but oh, there was one right there. But he's looking great, doing well. And that hole, that'll eventually be the winter Mexican avocado. Don't have him quite yet. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. We'll see what happens here in the next months, weeks even. I mean, everything's changing so fast. It's awesome. So, love it. Take care, guys.